Today we're going to learn how to apply a color gradient from the center of an object to outwards, so in the normal direction. So let's see it. Let's set the camera, the light, go to Geometry Nodes, create a new profile, and let's start using an icosphere. Let's connect it here. Let's add more subdivisions, for example 5. And now let's displace this mesh with set position, and let's use in offset a noise texture to displace the mesh. For important, we don't want to use this axis, we want to use the 3 axes. So let's use color. Now what I want is to displace, to push this mesh in the normal direction. So outwards. Something like that, right? So how we do that? To do this, what we have to do is here to use a vector math and multiply this noise. So let's multiply it by the normal. So let's use normal. And now as you can see, the noise is displacing the mesh outwards. Perfect. So let's select something smaller so we can see smoother this mesh. Something like this, for example, maybe a little less. And now if you want to increase the contrast of this noise, what we have to do is to use a color ramp here. By the way, I have already a tutorial explaining how to displace any mesh, so if you want to see more examples, I recommend you to watch this tutorial. Now, to increase this, we have to move the black or white. So if we push the black, basically what we are doing is like a mask. So this part, as you can see, is 0, is black. This is black. And this part, if I push the white with the black, this part, for example, this is white, is 1, and this is 0. So with this, you can control this displacement. If you want more contrast, then reduce this distance. If you want less, less. Also, you can invert this, and you will have like holes. Something like this, for example. And remember, you can play with these values to create more holes if you want. By the way, let's add some set shade smooth to make it smooth. Set shade smooth. So we can see better. And if you want to animate this, what we have to do is to use here, select 4D and animate this. So let's use a scene time. And now if I press play, we have this animation. So let's call all this displacement. So we know that this is to displace this texture. And by the way, I don't want this. I want to get back something like this, for example. So we have a really contrast with the distance between the center and the parts that are more outside. So how we apply a gradient to this object? So first of all, let's use a set material here. Let's use the default material, select this view, and now let's bring here a new tab to see the shade editor. Let's press N to hide this. And what we have to do to apply a gradient based in the distance from the center to outwards is to get first this attribute. So how we can get the attribute from the distance from the center to this distance? So this distance, the outside distance, outwards, by the way, I'm going to increase this a little more so it's smoother. So this distance, we already have it, is this, the displacement, right? So right now what we have to do is to use a store name attribute, because we want to get an attribute, and we want the distance. So let's use a vector math and select distance. Let's connect it here. So we want this distance for one hand, and which distance we want? We want the distance without this, so this one. So this one is the original position. So basically what we can do is to plug here position. So now this node is calculating the distance between the original object, so this, with this displacement. And we can create an attribute, let's call distance. And now we can use this information, this attribute, with the node attribute. And let's connect it here. And let's write the same name to get this information. So let's write distance. And now, as you can see, this is working. The parts that are more outside, are more black, and the parts that are closer to the original object are more white. And if I press play, you can see that always the color changes based on the distance. Perfect. Now, how we can change these colors? This is really easy. What we're going to do is to apply here a color ramp. And with this, you can change the colors. Also, if you want to create more contrast, what you can do is to push these colors. As you can see, it works perfectly. Or you can make more contrast or invert this. But let's change the colors. For example, green and blue. So now we have this animation, as you can see. And I want to show you more tricks. So for example, if you want to have more control about the distance and the position of these colors, what you can do is to add here, before this, a map range. So with this, you have more control with the colors. So basically, the only thing you have to know is that this value, this is like a filter, okay? So this, the minimum, 0 is this color. And 1, the maximum, is this color, because this is 0, this is 1. So if we increase this, we are deleting this part of the colors. So if I increase this, basically I'm deleting the green color because I'm increasing this number. So right now I'm here. So we are using only this range of colors. And if I select 1, we are only using one single color. So this is how it works. And this is the same, but in the other side. So if I decrease this, then what I'm doing is deleting the right color. So this one. And if I select 0, then I'm using only this color, because this color is the position 0. So this is related with the position of the colors. So you have more control, and this is like the range of the gradient. So if we leave it like that, from 0 to 1, we have a gradient from the minimum to the maximum. But if you want to push the colors to have more contrast, then you have to reduce these numbers. So the distance between this one and this one. So if I increase this, look, basically what I'm doing, as you can see here, I'm reducing the zone of the gradient. So basically now the gradient is from here to here, only this. And I can reduce it more if I push this, so you can see, or we can do the opposite. We can increase this, and then we are expanding the zone of the gradient. So as you can see, with this node map range, we have more control. I'm going to push a little bit, something like this, and leave it like that. And another thing I want to show you, if you want to loop these colors, what we can do is to, before the gradient, add a math node and select fraction. So fraction is to loop any value. And now we're going to loop this gradient. But to loop this, we need to do a copy and select add. And if I select 0, we have this. And if I select 1, so if I increase one value, you will see that it's the same. So basically, every value that we increase here is going to loop these colors. So let's check it. I'm going to increase this slowly. And look how this is changing. We are looping these colors. And if you want to avoid this, because this contrast is because as we are looping, then we have this contrast from this is jumping to here. That's why we have this ugly contrast. So to avoid this, what we have to do is to add a new color and copy this one here. So let me copy this. I'm going to press Ctrl C and select here and press Ctrl V. And now here let's select the previous color, this one. I want more intense. So with this simple setup, that the first color and the last color are the same, if we use this technique, we are not going to see anymore this ugly contrast when it's looping. Look. And we have this really cool effect. So if you want to animate this with this effect, now you can do it with fraction and add. And if you don't want, it's okay. I only want to show you another technique. Cool. Now what I want is to show you how to do this with instance. So let me select 0. Actually, I'm going to leave this like before, so we can see better this contrast. And I'm going to mute this. So we have like this. So right now what I want is to use this technique, but with instance. So it's the same. The only thing we have to do is to convert this in instance on points. For example, let's use UV spheres. Let's decrease the size. Actually, right now, we have too much because we have too much subdivisions. So let's use, for example, something like this. And in theory, this should work. Now it's not working. The instants are all the time the same color, because if you want the instance to change the color based in the distance between the center and outwards, then the only thing you have to do is to realize this instance. So let's use realize instance. And now it's going to work. Maybe it's not working because, let me check why it's not working. Now it's not working because I make a mistake. The instance is after this. Before it's not instance, as you can see. So you need to move this here. Now, as you can see, now it's working. A little mistake, sorry for that. And now, as you can see, it's the same like not having this. So thanks to this, now we are converting this displacement, this noise, in instance. And thanks to this, as you can see, we are saying to instance to use this color gradient. So we have this really cool effect. If you want more instance, let's add more instance. It's going too slow, so what I'm going to do only is to increase this. Something like this. And remember, in any moment you can play with these values to achieve different effects, to add more noise or less, more detail, etc. And remember, here you can push this contrast. And also, if you want to make the transition smoother, I recommend you to select here Ease. And remember, you can loop this with this value. So if I move this, as you can see right now, I'm going to stop the animation. As you can see, we can create this really cool effect. So I hope you learned something new, and if you like this video, give a like, subscribe, and remember you can donate this project and many more on my Patreon. And see you in the next video.